Hey, welcome to the Games Conversation channel. My name's Paul, and we have a special guest.
Josh.
He missed out on the beginning of Metroid Prime, sadly, but you've caught up, right?
I'm all caught up.
All right, so you are here to help us finish it out.
That's right.
And I just want to remind everyone, I don't know how it's really going to work, but we have this super special swanky copy of Nintendo Power with Samus on the cover. It's original from when I was a wee little lad.
Yeah.
And it'll be yours if you leave a comment on any video and we select you at the end of the playthrough. Let's get into it.
So we are in a Winter Wonderland.
Yeah,
right?
so we're in just a quick catch up. I'm gonna do some. Okay, one thing you gotta know before we get caught up is scanning is a thing. Do you know about scanning?
You've been doing it this whole time.
So I'm gonna start scanning because I'm a lore nerd for these games.
Oh, we're gonna scan the bejeebers.
scanning it all.
We're gonna scan every square inch
all the square inches
of this.
So here's one. All
game.
ballistics support personnel report to Research Lab Hydra. Lockdown containment plan 3A in effect and so forth and others. Some of the stuff is like not super critical, but
it's interesting. It
West,
builds.
It does, yeah. So these are like pirate, it's like the pirates' communication with each other. Mm-hmm. Western Temple is in phase 2 lockdown. All projects postponed. Under no circumstances are personnel to attempt access. So that's telling me that something in the Western Temple is like maybe dangerous. I don't know. New personnel must report to the South Research Facility. Failure to report will be penalized by a 30% ration cut. So now we know the space pirates are just kind of like, they run a tight ship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're in Findrana Drifts. We're in a save station.
Findrana Drifts.
We just got here. I've already scanned this little critter.
I love it.
And I need to remember where my missiles are. There we go.
Bye-bye.
So we're like, Findrana Drifts is like it's a famously well-liked area from this game. Number one, like it looks pretty.
It's beautiful.
You get here and the music is suddenly like so calm. And in general, like it's just a treat to explore.
You're like in a snow globe.
Yeah. So we came in through this door. And we came here, I think, because we got a notice that foreign technology was present. So let's just real quick look at some map. And zoom. I'm trying to see, did they tell us anything? Maybe not.
Very little.
Very little. Okay, so we're on the hunt for foreign technology. So one thing, the scan visor is really pretty critical. So like you start hovering and you start to see things that can be scanned, right? So like over here, there's this grate, and that square inch is red. So it's like a critical thing. Like you should scan it. Grating has become brittle from temperature fluctuations, large traces of radion. So when it's a bold word like that, it gives you a clue of how to destroy it, right?
Oh.
So I think maybe, missiles destroy radion is kind of the clue there. Is it kind of making sense?
Makes total sense.
Yeah. And then here, there's this thing. It's red, critical. The door directly above has been unlocked. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Straightforward.
Yeah, one thing in the Wii version, instead of having to like lay a bomb to jump, you can just flick it.
Oh, wow.
I
what a
think
nice...
That is such a
nice feature.
Great quality of life thing. So the door above got unlocked. Can we get to the door above?
Why would they not? I'm really curious why on the GameCube they didn't give you a button to jump. It seems...
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. So you could do a bomb jump potentially. I mean, but I'm not very good at those. I'm not even good at them in the 2D games, let alone...
Yeah, you're horrible
the
at
3D space.
I mean, terrible. Really bad.
So there's a creature flying around I want to get. So there's a whole logbook with like creature downloads, and you rack up percentages, and that's like kind of the under the surface reason. Like I want to get 100%, but really it also helps you get the creatures. Do you want to read some creature logbook?
I would love to.
Do that.
A new creature entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology: flickerbat. Scavenger with optical camouflaging that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flickerbats, so they never sleep. They're just constantly flying.
Ceaseless, yeah.
They follow cyclical hunting patterns using primitive sonar to navigate.
Yeah, cool. So they are native to this place, and then there's this platform's kept aloft by a gas-based propulsion system attached to its underside. Don't you love that they felt the need to explain floating platforms? No other game that I know of is like, well, how are these things floating?
Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh, the gas-based propulsion. Okay.
Although I feel like Avatar, the original Avatar with the blue alien people.
Well, they like floated with magic or something, right?
No. I feel like in the movie, they went out of their way to explain a little bit about how there's these giant floating islands.
Nice. Okay.
And some people were kind of like, well, you didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to know.
You don't have to explain the magnetic anomaly or whatever.
So this is the door we just opened, and then I know from previous, you can just blast that
What is it?
ice thing. This, it's getting fuzzy.
A new creature.
Scatter bamboo. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from creature's body. Like all bamboos, the other bamboos.
Duh.
These creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these life forms may result in electrical visor interference, which we're seeing. It is possible to avoid engaging scatter bamboos by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams. I think we'll do just that.
Little sneaky slip. You gotta get the timing just right.
Didn't do it. It is possible, though. That's what it told me.
Okay, didn't do it that time either.
Whatever. You know what?
This feels like a Hallmark Christmas Samus episode.
She's just like, I'm the new bounty hunter from the big city. I'm about to meet a baker who works at the local cafe and donates to the orphanage.
Who's also the mayor.
He is the mayor, yes. I need him to...
And a secret prince.
That's right, of course. Yeah. Back home. You won't find out about him for a while, that's true.
A new creature.
Oh my gosh.
It's little baby Sheegoth.
Look at how sweet that baby Sheegoth is.
Glacial predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh.
So vulnerable.
With this being their only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey. They feast on their frozen, oh my word, victim.
Nice, okay.
That last word.
The feast on the frozen.
Victim.
There's the baby.
Whoa. He kind of reminds me of is it a baby Tremor? Have you ever seen Tremors?
Oh, it is like the face is like Tremorific.
Well, there's like Tremors that walk around, and I think it's the babies. I forget if it was like Tremor 15.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Bacon's Revenge.
Revenge of the Bacon.
Oh. So you got to get behind them. That's the big deal.
You know what else is unique about this land is it seems so much brighter than most of Metroid. Oh, you broke that shell.
I still got to hit him. I thought he was in the death throes.
Hard shell with a soft, gooey.
Yeah, it's like a bar of chocolate. Oh.
I was thinking of like a...
Not a bar of chocolate.
Well, chocolate was a part of it. I was thinking of Cadbury egg. It's like a Cadbury egg.
Baby Sheegoth Cadbury eggs. That'll ruin Easter next time.
Yeah, that'll just think of the baby Sheegoth.
The cream center. Nice.
With the warm cream center.
So some of these, like that kind of pattern, is usually like a Chozo lore type of deal.
Oh.
But I don't see.
Can you scan those?
It's not lighting up for me.
Why are they orange up there?
Well, they're just, orange is just a color that exists in the environment.
It does exist. Can confirm.
It does. I have seen orange before.
Um,
Oh. Ice. This ice covering can be melted with extreme heat. So I don't have anything. What is your Metroid experience? Little as it
I'm
may
glad
be.
you asked.
Yeah. Do you know anything about where extreme heat might come into play? If it doesn't ring a bell, just be honest.
Oh,
But
no, it doesn't ring a bell at
okay.
all.
So there is a weapon you typically get in Metroid called Plasma Beam, which is extreme heat. We don't have that yet.
Which we had in Zero Mission, right?
I do believe you get it at the end of Zero Mission. Yeah, you don't get it in like OG Metroid. I think that was new for Zero Mission. But you do get it at the very end. It's like the last beam you get.
Did we have it in Dread then? Is that what I'm thinking
about? I think
about?
we get it in Dread too. Yeah, I think for some reason in Dread it was green though. Most other games it's like red, like a fire beam.
Yeah. I remember you being very thrown off.
Yeah.
By the different color.
Like not a slime beam.
Slime beam. What were they thinking?
Slime beam. So now we're just jumping across rooftops.
Yeah, so
seems precarious.
In an earlier episode, you mentioned they built it to be pretty forgiving with the jump.
Yeah,
as a 3D platformer.
I remember reading that where it was like, if you wanted it to be, like perfect jumps, then you'd end up having to look down at your feet all the time, which would just not be good gameplay.
Right.
And
you described Mega Man. Like you're looking at the pixels.
Yeah.
You're trying to get right there on the edge.
And that's fine in 2 dimensions, right? But
yeah.
I'm glad. I don't know how they necessarily did that, but I'm glad they did.
Well, it reminds me of Kirby when we played Kirby Forgotten Land. I forget which one of us read or how they made it really forgiving with the targeting of your strike.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah, you could shoot, and as long as visually it looked like you were going to hit them, you would.
Right, even if the physics didn't match up necessarily.
Right, which I thought was like just a really cool feature. Like, let people enjoy, think that they're like doing a great job, essentially, without kind of penalizing them for like, oh, you don't understand 3D gaming.
Yeah. Remind me what these things are called?
These are, I believe, pulse bamboos, right? Pulse bamboo. All the bamboos.
All the bamboos.
Bamboos.
You get it.
It's there's the wave bamboo, the pulse bamboo, whatever, all the bamboos. All right, so we're still checking through these sort of like kind of ruins. And I see a sweet, sweet baby Sheegoth over here.
Oh, sweet baby. Do we ever meet the mama Sheegoth?
Ooh, you do wonder, like with bears, they always say like if there's a cub, there's a mama bear.
You better watch out.
We woke up your brother.
Baby brother.
Come here, little baby.
Little baby Sheegoth.
Cranky. All right, I'm getting the feel for the Sheegoth battles now.
What's the trick?
You got to strafe around. And that's really it. Ooh, and watch out for that death blow.
Yeah.
As he dies, he tries to take you down.
He's like one last.
Yeah, if I'm going down, you're going down too. Oh, Chozo lore. Have you enjoyed the Chozo lore?
I have. I don't remember it as well as I would like.
That's okay. Maybe you can read us a Chozo lore entry here.
A new Chozo lore entry has been downloaded. Chozo script translated. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of our despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life.
That was a masterful reading right
woo,
there.
that's how I imagine the Chozo kind of interacting. These like wise owl creatures.
Yeah, well, I guess you don't. Yeah, you sort of see Chozo in this game.
Do you? Okay.
They're not.
So my experience
None of them are
is
living.
through Dread, obviously.
Yeah, so you're thinking of Quiet Robe, obviously, and Ravenbeak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those, but that really was different than what I expected from Zero Mission.
Yeah, I think the way you're thinking of them is probably more in line with this, like the Zero Mission kind of. Oh, this hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. I wonder. I have to wonder.
Just have to try.
Maybe if I can get up. Maybe I can get up. We'll see. So I couldn't go anywhere there. That was just a lore bit.
Okay, little lore.
So yeah, the kind of overall story
Yeah.
is, like, as far as the Chozos are concerned,
Tell me.
is that this I think it's a meteor or something has hit the planet, and they have this place called the Impact Crater. So there's a door I can
And
go through.
released this poison.
Well, yeah, it's like almost embedded itself into the planet. And so the poison, or they call it the Great Poison, is like slowly seeping into the planet and affecting, how a bunch of creatures behave and things like that. And so the Chozo, I don't know if all Chozo or if just in Tallon for Chozo, they have like the gift of prophecy. They can kind of see like, oh, there's this great darkness coming, and the source of poison is going to cause, a bunch of trouble basically. And so what they did is they locked the poison, the source, the impact crater, away, and they did it using these artifacts, the cipher thing that you just read about.
Yeah.
And the reason they locked it away is not to like stop it altogether, but to lock it away until the hunter, which is us, can come and like
that's
destroy
what they
it.
prophesied.
So they prophesied that like this, this woman of light will come from space, destroy the darkness, and then leave.
We're the woman of light.
Yeah, that's true. So they don't even know about Samus. They just have a prophecy about her.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it is kind of neat, I think, because you only learn it right through like the scans. So you kind of like pick it up. There's one you start to read, and you're just like, oh, this is about me.
Like, oh, wait a second.
I'm the hunter. There's a couple. There's a couple cool entries on one of the pirate ships, the ships for the pirate, and they talk about like I don't think there's no sign of the hunter yet, and you realize they're scared of you.
That's real early on, wasn't that during the?
Yeah, maybe that beginning part where you first
yeah.
see Ridley. Yeah. Chozo script translated: so many creatures suffer beneath the blight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a Savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that Savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. So that's like an explanation of why is Samus able to find these power-ups that work for her on some distant planet.
Yeah.
The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here.
The entrusted one.
The entrusted one.
The claw.
Can I get up there? I don't think so.
It's with a chop.
I know, it's such a short jump. It's like, I wish I
So
could.
close.
Oh man, we got a Sheegoth problem again. Just a baby.
Sheegoth problem. Call pest control.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the cool thing in this game. that I don't remember getting out of Zero Mission, because how would they necessarily put it in there, is that the pirates are afraid of Samus, or maybe it's because of Zero Mission that they're afraid of Samus.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense, because remember when you become super powerful, they're like terrified of you.
Yes.
You go from naked and afraid to
Yeah.
they're literally running away from you.
I was rewatching, or maybe editing or something, like a video from Zero Mission, and I just like, I really liked that game, but it just struck me how much I disliked the
Naked and
space
afraid
pirate part. I was just like, this is so frustrating. I don't know.
We got stuck on more than one occasion.
It really hit me in the face. Like, what a great game, but that's a part I don't enjoy.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah. Okay, so we move these little platforms, and we're jumping. Did you ever play a game? Because I know we talked about this off camera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Oh, a little upgrade.
Boost ball.
Gotta get that boost. Get that boost. Boost.
Boost ball. Acquired.
Boost.
So great. So boost ball, they're giving you a subtle clue. They're saying you need to escape out of here somehow. And then you're in the ball, and then you're in this shape that we've seen. Yes.
Half pipe.
So we've seen the half pipe maybe. What button did it say? Yeah, maybe twice before, and we never could do anything with it. Now we're given the boost ball and a place to use it.
Bro, you're practically Tony Hawk Pro Skater right now. Grind.
Extra points.
Yeah. Did you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
I have played it before. It was never my jam.
Not a fan.
I know a ton of people like it because it had a cool soundtrack, like actual radio songs in a video game.
Oh yeah, I had that Spotify playlist a couple
Tony
years
Hawk
ago.
Spotify.
So good.
Well, so I was gonna say, we talked about this. You, instead of playing Metroid Prime, you went the way of Halo, and you started playing other games.
Well, I was trying to figure out this came out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is like a
happy anniversary, by the way.
20 year anniversary playthrough at this point.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And I was like, why? This was right up my alley. It seems like how did I miss this? I had a GameCube. All the pieces were in place.
Oh, you even had a GameCube. I don't know if I remember that. Or knew that.
Yeah. I had a GameCube. But
oh my gosh.
What we realized is I was in the Halo world.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even own an Xbox, but I played Halo with my friends. Like, that was the go-to thing. Also,
Well, you were in college, right?
No, I was a senior in high school.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And so, it came out my senior in high school. So, number one, I was kind of busy.
Kind of busy here.
Yeah, I could drive at that point.
Yeah.
And I would end up going and playing Halo with my friends instead of, playing at home by myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I missed it. But I still am like, why didn't... I'm grateful for the chance to go back and right the wrong with you and experience it and enjoy it.
Well, that's great. Yeah.
So you were a freshman
because I can
in college.
remember specifically playing this at my house on Christmas Eve. My brother was home, and I remember he had went the PlayStation route a while.
Well, he went the Sega Genesis route.
Yeah, I mean, he was off. He was off
a bad
track.
choice.
Lots of life decisions.
And he brought you along with him. That's the worst part.
I know. I
Family
mean,
got a Sega
I didn't have any
Genesis.
choice. I was so young.
Yeah.
But I found my way back. And so I remember him sitting down with me, watching me play that opening segment, with the Parasite Queen and on that space frigate. I remember him, I could tell he was interested.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking that's right. I bet you wish you didn't leave, did you?
It's like that. It's like that meme with the guy and his girlfriend, and he's looking over his shoulder.
Should you play that? Yeah,
It's
that's it. What I was going to bring up is, since you were on Xbox a lot, there was a game that came out at some point. I'll get the day wrong, but called, I think, Mirror's Edge.
Oh yeah,
and it was like a parkour game
Yeah.
almost.
I don't think it was that old though.
Oh.
I remember they came out with. Oh, this is epic.
Oh, who is that?
Oh, I think I could guess. It's
I
a space bird.
I always love that so much. Like, there's no threat involved. It's just remember the shadow of your enemy.
Just to fly over.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's great. And so we're gonna follow Ridley here real quick.
I love the.
Oh gosh.
I love the creative choices that they like. Metroid games. I've been really impressed and appreciate like all the creative choices. The storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, the way they provide information is really
A little indirect, but effective.
it's a slow burn.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I feel like is unique for a video game.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Games Conversation channel. Josh, are you enjoying Metroid Prime?
Oh man, so much.
Man,
So much.
Man, welcome. We got a lot more games to cover.
Yeah.
So thankfully Josh will be here from now on. And if you like the episode, go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next episode.
And ring the bell.
Ring it.
Don't forget it.